I'm Yuri.
Going for a drive.
2025 plug-in hybrid GLC350e.
Without launch control brake boost. That's not too bad.
Pretty okay. Horsepower and torque.
A combined 313 horsepower, 406 pound-feet of torque from a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder plug-in hybrid.
What is the all-electric range? Can we even drive it all-electric?
Yes, you can. There is a mode for that, but the range itself is up to 87 kilometers, which is quite a lot.
Have we ever had anything that's plug-in hybrid with more kilometers of range?
I don't recall,
Don't
but I know
think so.
The S-Class that we had was pretty high. The GT was also pretty high. We've had some pretty high Mercedes.
Nice. And then we've reviewed the GLC a couple times apparently, which I have forgotten because they all kind of look the same and kind of blend in.
Yeah, we did the 300, we did the 43 AMG, so now we have the plug-in hybrid.
Nice. Is this a sweet spot? Do we like this more than everything else?
No, but it is quite nice. So power is actually pretty decent. One thing I don't like about flooring this thing, because this isn't a car you floor anyways, is the sound. Like, it makes this really obnoxious kind of, they should have just made no sound rather than whatever they're pumping in here.
Pump it for me.
Ready? It's just a little fake sound. Like, it doesn't sound like an engine.
It sounds like you're revving it in an Excite bike for NES.
Sure. Like, it just sounds fake AF. So delete that, Mercedes, please. But it is quite quiet in here, and this does feel more luxurious, better than the GLC 300, because we have a little bit of air suspension. What I mean by that is only on the rear, because this thing weighs so much more, because we have a fairly large battery, so it actually does rob us of a little bit of trunk space as well. But because of that, the extra weight, it is needed for the rear axle, and you can actually raise only the rear air suspension through the infotainment, which is also weird.
I think worth it for a plug-in hybrid with so much range.
I think so too.
I think that's what people want these days.
And over the 300, I would take this 100%. And this thing is doing so much all the time. Yuri, allow me to show you the energy flow section of the infotainment. So right now,
looks
look,
cool.
It's showing driving, and we do have currently 70%. So I'm gonna let off. It says recuperating. And then it's going to, well, depending on, you know what, let me go into comfort mode or hybrid mode, because that'll be more accurate. Let's go back into that menu, swipe that up, recuperating. And then eventually it'll say like sailing and boost, like if I was to floor it right now, there's
Whoa, it
boost.
goes red?
Yeah, there's recuperating.
And then sail.
There, sailing.
Oh, nice.
Driving. So it's like, there's so much going on in this car that it's actually remarkable that it's driving as well as it does.
It's the new camera angle.
Okay, is this Chris Harris home movies?
Yeah, we got to differentiate ourselves from Throttle House since they have the two-man camera angle now too. Here, there.
Hey, Chris Harris is doing home videos. That's what he calls them now, right?
Yeah, because they're not films.
Yeah.
They're not films unless you have a full crew.
Exactly.
That somebody else paid for.
Yes. So we are the film crew / home movie crew. We're like right down the middle.
We're doing the exact same thing that we did from the day we started.
Yeah. But anyways, we're currently sailing, and you can feel it, like it's gliding. So
don't
what
like
that means is it's disconnecting basically the entire powertrain, so you're just kind of floating along.
It's not a natural feeling that when you let off.
Oh, and there was one more that you missed, sorry, driving with e-motor, because I just saw it for a split second.
I don't like the feeling of like everything disconnecting. I like when I let off that like you get that natural slowdown.
See, like the amount of times that it's changing right now that I haven't done anything is like, well,
Yeah, but that's probably for very good fuel efficiency and all that stuff.
They're driving with e-motor. And you could feel that you're actually with the e-motor. Like, there's no gas engine right now, and then boost is gas engine, basically. So I like all of those feelings. I like how this feels. It feels pretty natural to me, because I also like how, like, the Taycan and how Porsche did it with, like, the coasting. You like the regen stuff. I like coasting.
Oh, I love one-pedal driving. Do we have a little bit of one-pedal driving?
We have a little bit of brake regen. We do not have one pedal. So if I use the paddle,
Okay, let's see how
I've
much
got
stop.
D-.
But are you in B mode?
We don't have that mode here.
I feel like I've seen a B there on the left.
That is for battery hold mode.
Oh.
Right there. Oh, yeah, see, it just let off.
They can't do that to me. They can't switch brake mode with battery hold mode.
It's a drive mode. But yeah, so I like the way that this thing drives. It is also 4MATIC. We are in very snowy conditions right now in the winter, and it's driving pretty well. Like, we have traction control off for the launch, and it was okay. It's not bad. And then this 9-speed, I think, is tuned better than some of the other Mercedes that we've driven with the 9-speeds. This one feels pretty nice.
So when you're in sport mode, you can actually shift your gears, but when you're in the other mode, you're just doing regens.
Yes, although I would not advise using these paddles.
Show me, let's see it.
First, I want to show you how smooth the transmission shifts, just normally. So,
Oh yeah, it took a while to shift.
Yeah, okay. Now let me show you why the paddles are, just don't use these things. I shifted like 6 times there. Ready?
It's got too much hybrid in it.
And way too much lag. Watch, downshift.
Well, the lag is because the hybrid...
Downshift. Downshift.
The lag is probably because the computer is making, like, it's accounting for all the hybrid stuff, part of it.
So, in my opinion, do not use the paddles when you're in sport mode.
Yeah,
Just
that's fair.
They're regen adjusting paddles in any of the other drive modes, and we do have lots of drive modes. So we have off-road, we have battery hold, electric, hybrid, sport, and individual. Electric, I'm going to let you play with that because I did have to charge this overnight because it came with me with 0% battery, and so I charged it approximately, I think, 3 p.m. It said that it would be finished by 8 p.m., which was honestly shocking. I didn't believe that for a second, which turned out to be true. I checked it the next morning at around 8 a.m., and it was at 70%.
So it just didn't say which 8 p.m.
Exactly. So on a level 2, this can charge in about, I think, 5 or 6 hours, which is very reasonable overnight, and then you get your 70 whatever kilometers. So you can drive to work, no problem, potentially back, depending on how close you are to work.
Yeah, remember driving to work?
This is my work now.
I barely remember my 9 to 5 commute.
I remember my commute. I did not like that.
I remember one time I was going, we worked in the same direction, and he brake checked me. Yeah. I was zoned out.
I was like, hey, it's Yuri, because we didn't work at the same job.
And he brake checked me, like right at like 401 in Dixie. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I
like
see this guy laughing at a Subaru. I was like, what the heck just happened?
Had to wake you up. It was early.
This was like 2013.
Yeah.
No, 2009, 10.
Oh yeah, that was when I
okay.
Yeah, I was like straight. Yeah, okay. Anyways, let's get you into the driver's seat.
All right, I'm gonna go until the kickdown pedal, but not hit the kickdown pedal. No.
Hit the kickdown, bro.
Is there a kickdown pedal?
Yeah, always. You can't brake boost an electric. There you go. Floor it.
Oh, I gotta make sure the power meter doesn't go past 0. That's it.
It's good power though.
For an electric car?
For a plug-in hybrid.
I could drive this as like an electric, as it just as an EV and never use gas.
Yeah, and its default startup mode is electric.
All right, and through Cliche Corner, I guess we have electricity going through the transmission, so all 4 wheels are going electrically.
Yes, driving with e-motor is what it's currently saying, because you are an electric.
Yeah, but it's not like a motor on the back wheels and gas on the front or something.
Right.
And yeah. Feels fine. I could definitely like putt commute to this all day, but it's not like exciting to look at, you know? This is so like regular Mercedes looking.
It's not bad looking though.
It's not bad looking, but it's also like not exciting anyways. Remember like 6 years ago, Mercedes all had like the really chiseled side body lines?
Yeah.
This is all smooth and normal, lots of like panels covering fake vents and stuff.
Yep.
Nice taillights, headlights that kind of blend in with the rest of the Mercedes lineup.
But the wheels are super sick. Thank you, Mercedes, for putting these multi-spoke wheels on here.
And what would be the Continental recommended tire if you're driving around in winter?
That would be the Viking Contact 7, or throughout the rest of the year, the Extreme Contact DWS 06 Plus.
Wow, it's really quiet in here, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's like pleasant to be in here, considering it's an entry-level GLC.
Yeah, I guess the entry levels are getting so much better every single year.
I don't remember liking the 300 as much. This feels much nicer than I recall the 300 being.
Probably the electricity.
Maybe.
Okay, after we get past this gigantic snowplow, I'm going to see if the brake pedal feels weird.
Okay. I did take this through a car wash, so I'll let you comment first, but I have some thoughts as well.
Get all this salt.
Yeah, get that salt. Yeah. Make sure it melts the snow off of our underbody.
Yeah. Salt is actually good for your cars.
Yeah. It's good for the body panel industry.
I am an electric, drive minus, and it's slowing down a bit naturally. That felt normal.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
Yeah, that's good. I'm pleasantly surprised. Like, I personally think that's the most important thing for electric cars or electric cars. Do you imagine living with a bad brake pedal?
I can.
All day?
I wouldn't. I'd just get used to it. You get used to everything.
So since this is plug-in hybrid, do we have a lot of orange cables under there?
Not really, unless they're kind of covered by all the plastic.
Do we have a dipstick?
No, we don't, even though we have a gas motor.
Yeah, and it is in the infotainment, I guess?
Yes, it is.
Like always. And what would be the TotalEnergies recommended oil for a Mercedes GLC350e?
That would be the Quartz Ineo FGO 5W40.
Always follow your manufacturer's recommended guidelines and feel free to bring your own oil with you to your oil change at the dealership. That's what I did with my Mazda.
That's right.
Saved myself $50.
Yeah.
I wonder how much you'll save at a Mercedes dealership.
Well, yeah, call ahead and make sure they'll allow you to do that because some of them will just want that money.
I'm gonna launch it in snow, in sport mode, traction all the way off with paddles.
Send it.
The worst possible scenario.
Yeah.
It did all right.
Pretty decent.
Traction was flashing at me. It's like, you're doing something, but I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. It's one of those.
Yeah.
That's not bad though, 4MATIC.
Didn't crash.
No. And that was like fully snow covered.
Yeah. We do have a nice 360 camera. I love it. So high res, especially compared to like non-luxury brands. Like,
yeah.
I was in that Ford Explorer and like, yeah, it was a nice 360 camera, but like the high resness of this, especially in my driveway, like there's a curb. I just want to see that curb at night.
The resolution's so good on these cameras for Mercedes.
Shout out resolutions.
Yeah.
Can you do electric traction off?
I don't know.
Or I guess once it slips, it's going to be like gas, gas, gas.
Electric traction off launch. It was more planted because you're getting less power.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels nice.
Yeah.
In the snow.
Again, fully on snow.
And then I guess the last thing, there is a drive auto. So there's drive minus, drive nothing, drive plus, and drive auto. What does drive auto do differently?
I believe auto does the thing where if there's a car in front of you, it'll slow you down. If there's like a curve and stuff like that, and you're in cruise control, it'll like slow you down for stuff like that.
It doesn't feel unnatural.
No, it feels fine because there's no one in front of us doing anything. Yeah. I don't particularly like that stuff.
How do I go back to the screen with the to see what my car's doing?
You press this little guy, or no, sorry, the battery one.
Oh, the battery one,
energy flow.
Okay, let's see if it does anything when I start going down a hill.
It'll recuperate, guaranteed. I will put everybody's subscription on that. So if you subscribed, everybody, all 1.7 million of you, you can all unsubscribe if I'm wrong right here. Okay, so
we're in drive auto.
Yeah, so right now it's driving with e-motor. We're gonna go down the hill.
I'm gonna let off.
Now, sailing. Everyone can unsubscribe. Oh, recuperating. Saved it.
A curve. No,
Sailing.
it didn't do anything at the curve.
No, it's just sailing right now.
Just car detection and I guess.
Oh, because you're in hybrid mode. I thought you were in sport mode. In sport mode, it would have recuperated faster, but it did still recuperate, so everyone can also stay subscribed. Thank you.
All right, and then are you used to this infotainment?
Yeah, totally used to it.
As long as you're on 0 layer.
Yeah, I turned that right off.
Plug-in CarPlay?
Yes, plug-in and wireless option. It's perfect.
Head-up display is nice and clear, not fuzzy or anything.
Yeah, gauge cluster, same old thing. We got the RPMs kind of going the other way in the traditional mode.
Ambient lighting, which is fantastic.
It is quite nice.
Do you have enough seat room in the back?
I surprisingly do at 6'1.5".
Trunk room is still usable, even though we've got the higher load floor.
Yeah, totally.
Over that bump right there, the new cliche corner construction bump.
Yep.
Handles that really well. And
it's a little bouncy, but I can see where the air suspension really helps.
We also took that other speed bump at like 100 to film the Mach-E Rally, and it held up just as good as a Mach-E Rally.
It did.
And then I like this white interior. It's nice.
I was surprised getting in. I'm like, oh, white right on. That's
white on
cool.
blue. White and blue is
classy.
a very popular.
Yeah.
thing.
And the seats are really comfortable. They're bolstered enough. I really like them.
This will not pass, or it will pass.
I think it
3,
will.
2, 1.
Yes!
All right, and are our cup holders any good?
They're decent enough that I haven't had any problems with them.
Nice, we got the little swizzle around.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then we don't have any gloss black, like nothing. I'm sure it's an option, but I'm glad. Oh, there is some on the door panel, but whatever.
But okay, one negative.
Okay.
This car did smell like it was on fire after we were done filming the rolling shots.
Yeah, but it's got low mileage. Like all these new cars kind of smell like they're on fire sometimes.
Yeah. That hasn't smelled like that since.
Exactly. That's why I wouldn't say that's a negative. That's just like a new car thing.
The new car thing. New cars just smell like they're on fire sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
But they do.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Every one of them.
But we didn't catch on fire.
And then we don't have a engine auto start stop off button because
No.
it's plug-in hybrid, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't replace that with like a full button, right? Like
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, cost cutting, I can see that.
Did you use the sound system?
I did.
Did it sound good?
It sounded more than good enough.
Nice.
More than
good enough is all you really need.
It's Burmeister.
And then at the trunk, we also have a close and close to lock button.
Yeah, it's been great.
That's the most clutch thing.
Yep.
That close to lock. You imagine living life without that?
Yeah, if I had a trunk. Yeah.
Like,
That'd be nice.
like my Mazda's like that. It sucks. You have to like lock and close it, and then you just gotta wait to close like a schmuck until it fully closes, going, and then you click the button. Because if you go a little early, it goes beep 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 beep.
Yeah.
Think about how much time I waste every day of my life.
It's literal minutes.
Added up over time. If it's cold outside and you're holding something,
Yeah.
not good.
Not a bad place to be.
All right. I think that's everything with this. To be honest, I think this is more pleasant than the GLC 43, just like as a everyday. Like, there's nothing weird with the brake pedal. You get that cool hybrid driving electric only stuff. What's the price?
For pleasantness, I agree. I feel like it's lacking a little bit of power because it doesn't feel like it has those combined numbers, but they are combined, so you're not actually getting those all the time. The price, it starts at $64,900.
Canadian?
And this one's $81,250. So not insane, but it is an entry-level GLC.
It feels better than it should be for an entry-level GLC.
I agree. So if you're shopping between this and a 300, I would highly recommend this.
Yeah, I think this over the 43 too.
43 is just faster, kind of more fun, sounded a little better.
Pleasantness
for daily driving, I think this.
I think this. Yeah. tsp.truecar.com. Find your ideal GLC. I think GLC 63 from a few years ago.
Yeah, same here with the
Coupe
big old V8.
with the coupe.
No.
Coupe.
We didn't even drive that one. I think America only had that one. I could be wrong on that, but we had the regular one with the V8.
Backwards hat looking cars.
Yeah, diaper looking cars.
What did Fred Durst wear?
Backwards
hat, man. Backward hats are cool.
Okay, man.
Did you pull it off?
Yeah, I used to. I was 8 years old.
Heck yeah.